Up here?
Hey, is your microphone on? No.
Right now, check.
Check.
And you'll go straight to them off the video. Count it to me. 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Camera live. And go.
It is a huge party out here at the Horsepower Hill at Weakland in Chest Springs, Pennsylvania. Shane Hope Motorsports Almanac here, joined by Miss Krista Voda from Full Pull Live. Miss Krista, great first night, over 100 hooks. We've got a huge second night in front of us.
It's going to be so much fun. I just want you to know, if you are in central Pennsylvania, Altoona, State College, even Pittsburgh area, you can still make it here. Everything starts at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
The drivers are getting ready to do their... Be so much fun, and it's crazy. It is like a fall festival with horsepower.
It is. There's something for everybody out here. We have the basket auction going on for the Make-A-Wish kids, which is the whole reason we're here to begin
We're
with.
going to talk about that. Yep.
Yeah, raise money for the Make-A-Wish kids. We've got live power on the track. We've got duck toss for adults. We've got fire pits out here for the fans to keep warm because it got a little chilly. Not gonna lie about it, being from the south.
I was looking, it was about 10:30 is when I
Yeah.
started to feel the chill. By the way, we're going to bring some of the drivers in because I know they have to get to the drivers meeting a little bit.
Yeah.
Shane, you're very tall.
Yeah.
I just noticed that I feel like I'm on the wrong side of Horsepower Hill right now, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
But yeah, we have got Miss Amanda Weakland, Mr. Mike Weakland over here getting ready to join us. We've got Colin Ross over here with us. He was second last night in our Pro Stock Super Stock combo. Chance McGrath came all the way down from Canada, swept both. Swept both classes last night.
Yep.
Miss Amanda, come on up. Mike.
Let's do it. Let's listen to slide on in.
Yes.
You go ahead, Shane.
Yeah.
I know.
I was going to say my height is a huge problem here.
This event is just wonderful.
Yeah.
And this is my first time, so I feel like I'm the minority because everyone I've talked to, if they've been here before, they come back. What is it, and how did you guys start everything here?
So we started back during COVID, actually. Our first hook here ever was the weekend, what would have been Bowling Green back in COVID year. And Smoke and Speed came in and put on a show. And we've been doing it ever since. And it's grown tremendously from where we were the first year to where we are now.
Yeah, and I can certainly attest to that because I reached out to you guys. I think you got in the farm show or you were visiting a farm show. We wanted to reach out to you guys as Motorsports Almanac and help support this event in some shape or form. You guys really have had an interesting summer besides this because it seems like everywhere I went this summer, everybody mentioned this pool. It didn't matter if I was in Ohio, if I was in my area, because you guys came down and visited me this summer, earlier part of the year. Y'all brought both. Just kind of tell us what's going on here this weekend for everybody. I think I went through everything, but just make sure I hit it all.
Well, we started Make-A-Wish because some of our friends had a Make-A-Wish, and during COVID they couldn't do it, so that's kind of how we started out the Octoberfest into Make-A-Wish. Now that they don't do it anymore, we're full supporter of that, and they come here and help us do it. That's probably why this is as big as it is.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about last night too. We had a Make-A-Wish kid go down the track last night in a 2.6 diesel truck. One of the coolest wishes I've seen granted. Kind of tell us a little bit what went into that, and is he still here tonight? Are we doing it again, or what's the plan for tonight?
You know what, I haven't heard from the family, so I'm not sure if they're coming back this evening. I do know that there were quite a few of them here. They had their chairs. I saw Dad going back later in the night for hoodies, so I know they stayed. They enjoyed the show. We've never done anything like that. It was probably the coolest thing that we've ever done. It was all Chris Bear's idea, Rowdy Ram. I got to give all the credit to him. He did a lot of the legwork. I did the back end of it with Make-A-Wish and with the family, but everything as far as the truck and the seats and the safety and the helmets, that was all Chris. It was his idea, and he did fantastic.
We know people can watch on Full Pull Live if you can't make it here, but as I said, if you're in central Pennsylvania, you can still get here for the start of this event tonight. And it went way into the night. I think we were talking about 1:30 in the morning, and there were still some diehards here. So what are people in store for? If you're watching right now on Full Pull Live and you're saying, I'm getting in my car, I'm going to go, what are they in store for?
Honestly, a fantastic show. We've got a few youth that are going to pull to start the show this evening. We really think that growing the sport starts with those kiddos. We did that earlier today. We had trick or treat for the kids. We had the kids pedal pull, and now we'll have youth age 12 to 16 that can take their try out on the track. It really starts there, and we have to definitely make sure we get the kids into it or the sport dies. So it's the youth class. We've got the 2-6, Pro Street. We've got the light pros, the pro stocks, the run what you brung, 3-0. It's a huge lineup, a lot of great guys here, a lot of great iron. It's going to be a great night of pulling.
Well, thank you guys for taking time. I know it's busy. You've got lots of places to be, for coming over, and we're going to be talking with you throughout the night. So thank you.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
And like you said, Shane, something for everyone. If you're into
Yeah.
the horsepower, obviously Amanda just went down the run of show, but you also have the basket raffles, vendors. There's tons of people here, and you also see some great truck and tractor pulling.
Yeah, there's a lot of food vendors over here too. Food trucks are fantastic, but I want to put a really big emphasis on the geographics of what have came here to Chest Springs. We have Kentucky, Massachusetts, Vermont, New York. I don't know if we got down to Tennessee, but I think we had
what
one.
What you're saying is we have pullers from all of those states here tonight. That is
absolutely,
incredible.
all the way from Missouri. I
What
think
about
and a couple
Canada?
Of them.
Do we have anyone?
Yeah,
from
we do,
Canada?
and we're actually going to be our next
I know.
guest.
Let's bring them over. Yeah, you want to
Chance,
bring both of them over at once? Do we ever
Come on,
see them
Chance.
together? We see them together on the track.
Yeah.
So Chance McGrath, maybe the longest distance award, right? Tell everyone where you're from.
I'm from New Brunswick, Canada. It's about 875 miles from here. That's it. Yeah. No, we consider this a short ride because we've been as far as Hutchinson, Minnesota, and that's 1,950 from home. So this is just a short jaunt.
Yeah. So everybody's used to seeing the pro stock out right on the Grand National Tour. Little do people know you have the original Last Chance still hiding up in Canada a little bit that you run when you're on the Grand National Tour. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Yeah, so that's the tractor I started on in 2006. I was 14 years old. Tim Engler built the chassis for us, and it's been a great tractor ever since. I've always had it. I only pull it up home at some local events 6 to 8 times a year. It's a really fun tractor. It's just as fun as driving the Big Pro, really.
Yep. So last night, Pro Stock went first over the Light Pros. Was there anything you were able to take from your Pro Stock run and kind of apply it to that, with that being the first time you've really ran here as a whole?
No, not really. With the Light Pro, it's fairly simple. You put all the nose weight on the front end, and hopefully it stays somewhat down.
Yeah, man, last night it was a biting track. We saw guys hitting the wheelie bars all night last night. This track was phenomenal for everybody. Just getting the weight right was the key. So what are you going to do tonight? How different is the class we're going to be? Is the sun going to still be up, or do you guys know yet?
Yeah, I think the sun probably will be up, but they're putting some moisture in the water right now, or in the track right now. I think the track's looking pretty good, so probably won't veer too far from what I did last night.
We see the track prep behind us, too,
Yeah,
going
absolutely.
on. So.
They've been putting water, and more water. I think you had the highest speed last night, too. I think you hit 36. I think the next one behind you was about 35 and a half, if I remember right. So anyway, good luck tonight, my friend. Thanks for coming all the way
Try to
down.
sweep, right? Another 2 for 2 is what he's going for tonight.
Yeah. Now, if you do that, we're bringing out the brooms to do that tonight.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, well, as we say
Thanks,
goodbye
Chance.
to Chance, I want to bring in another driver because
Yeah.
someone who may be standing in Chance's way in that pro stock class
Yes,
is
absolutely.
Colin Ross, right? So Colin, come on over. These guys have been so gracious. They have so much to do today, but they're coming over here to join us on Full Pull Live to be able to share their stories with you. Hopefully gets you interested sticking around and watching tonight or coming out here and joining us on Horsepower Hill.
Honestly, your closest hook for the year, right? About 2.5 hours away from home. Kind of tell us what led to your decision to come here to Weaklands, being so close to home, being one of them.
Well, we had a great year, and there's some things we wanted to try that we never had enough. We were running points, and we didn't really want to screw anything up there. So there's always a couple things in the back of our head we wanted to try, and what more of a perfect place to do it than here? Mike and Amanda do an amazing job, and it's the first time ever here. and I can assure you it probably won't be our last. But we were playing with some things on the tractor last night, and we were very happy the way it ran. It just wasn't good enough to beat Chance, but that's okay because I consider his tractor one of my own because, it came out of our shop, and anytime he wins, I feel like that's a win for us too. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about that. A lot of places we don't run super stocks and pro stocks together. What did that look like for you as a driver? Because that's a different matchup that you really can't imagine anywhere else, but whenever you hook up here in Pennsylvania, because that's more of a Pennsylvania-specific combo class.
Yeah, it's a different kind of deal just because of the weight. He's weighing 10, I'm weighing 8. Our tractor probably, makes a little more power than his does. So it's hard to tell where you fall in because, the people we pull against all year. So, yeah, it was really fun to be that neck and neck with them. And, maybe we can make a few changes tonight and maybe get ahead of them.
So you talked about trying some things. You said you were pretty happy with it. Are you going to try something different, or we're taking that notebook and how are you going to modify it tonight?
We're going to have to do something different. I can't let him beat me 2 nights in a row. No, but yeah, no, we're just tuning. We're just trying to make it better for Louisville this winter. So that's all. Just trying to come here and learn and do a little dyno testing on the track.
You mentioned Mike and Amanda and all the work they do. What are you impressed with? Is it the size of the crowd? Is it the energy? Obviously, it's for a great cause. As you look around, what are you really sort of taken by last night and again tonight?
Well, I think the crowd definitely, but just how well it's ran and just everyone's attitude towards it. There's a very laid-back feel. Everyone wants to be here. Everyone's having a good time. There's a band playing or tractor pulling. I mean, if you're not a true blue American and you can't have fun here, then you don't need to be in this country because it's a pretty damn cool place, I think. So hats off to them and all they put forth and, the sacrifice they've done to make this pool what it is. And, yeah, it's awesome. I think this place, give it 5 years, and I think this place will definitely be on the map of everybody in the country.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say it's heading that direction in the first place, but good luck tonight. I know you're going to have a little bit. You got to get that extra 1.5 feet tonight that you had last night.
Yep, thank you very much. Just want to thank Mike and Amanda again and thank all you fans for coming out, and hopefully we put on a good show.
Yeah, thank you a bunch, buddy.
Thank you, Colin.
Yeah.
If your bring your sister, your dad over. Everybody's
Yeah.
welcome. Rosie, bring Rosie the dog.
Yeah,
She's
absolutely.
a big hit.
Yeah, they turned into a whole family affair this weekend, because Lily, married to Eric Stacy, was smoking HC. She drove last night.
She did a great job.
Yeah, she actually gets the chance to drive she drives a couple of points hooks out of the year, but, right here at home, why wouldn't you, right? This is the closest hook for them all season long, and I think it's the closest hook for Chance, to be honest with you. But we had a great show.
When you hear Canada, but then he talks about the distance to Hutchinson. It's crazy.
Yeah, so I've got some Canadian friends. They have explained to me that, driving in one province is nothing like us driving from state to state.
Right.
It's like driving from one end of a country to another for us.
And that's why if you're watching right now and you say, hey, I'm in Pittsburgh, I'm in Western Ohio, I'm in Eastern Ohio, I can't get there. Yes, you can. Jump in your car, you can get here and join us. I mean, Colin couldn't have described it any better.
No.
I mean, a band, truck and tractor pulling, food. It's a beautiful fall afternoon. It's going to be a beautiful fall night. So I think if you can get here, great. Come join us. If you can't, you're already watching on Full Pull Live, and we'll have the whole thing for you. I think we were still streaming about after 1 a.m., right,
Yeah.
Kenzie? Yep, after 1 a.m.
Yeah, I mean, we went way into the night. I mean, we've got some classes got 20. I think we got 15 and another. I mean, over 100 hooks just on Friday.
I know.
Think about that. Friday night,
and it
one
probably
track.
will be even bigger tonight. You're right, because last night maybe you're watching your high school football team coming out tonight, so it has potential to be even bigger tonight.
We're only 45 minutes from Penn State Lions from here, from what I've been told too. So hopefully, whenever they're done playing today, they'll be here tonight. But everybody came up from everywhere last night, out of the woodworks.
Yeah, and this hillside will be packed. I mean, we see some of the folks back here. Are you guys having a good time already? You can hear us, huh? He's having, look, they're already in the front row seats. They had the band over there. Tons of food vendors, basket raffles. They're doing merch. It's just a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
so it's just it's
night.
family friendly too.
Yep, driver introductions start at 4:30. I think they just over the PA system about 30 minutes before our driver meeting starts.
Okay.
We will hit the ground running at 5 p.m. That was one thing about this group. There's no grass growing underneath their feet. We're going to click them off every 2.5, 3 minutes if we can.
They did a great job, and there's 7 classes last night. Amanda mentioned those youth pullers that are going to start, so I don't know if that makes it maybe 8 classes, but it's plenty of truck and tractor pulling. We're going to try to get a class order because I know the Chance was asking us, and we're like, we don't have it yet either.
We
but
haven't
we'll
looked.
find it. Yeah, we'll find it.
Yeah.
But everyone who's part of this just does a great job.
Yeah, they do. And I mean, the setting for this place, you're way out in the middle of the country. Like, you're nowhere near a city, no hotels, really within the 15 miles of here. I love it. You're surrounded by cornfields. If we happen to have something happen, we're going off into a cornfield. It's not like we're going to be in too terrible of a danger.
We have someone who knows how to talk who's going to join us.
Yeah.
Knows how to talk.
He's from PA.
He's our boss. He yells at us.
So my hyperactivity has gotten the best of me. But what we've got is
We're
what I
talking
see
too
is,
slow, is what you mean.
Yeah, absolutely. And we only have 1 hour, so if you get in your car, you can still stay tuned as you drive here. But the Motorsports Almanac, and then Full Pull Live, and Pull Off Productions, and Joey Radel. And Joey can hear me, and Joey's up next, and I'm killing time till he gets here. But Joey's put together a group of equipment through communication, great sportsmanship, and just the way he runs Pull Off Productions is esteemed. In this area of Western Pennsylvania, where I'm from, where you're from, we're glad to have you on our neck of the woods. We have a bunch of different groups and a bunch of different classes and a bunch of different sanctioning bodies. So to be able to unify them, Mike and Amanda Weaklands do a phenomenal job with that. And let's bring Joey on right now with Pull Off Productions, who's just came out of the tractor. He does his own track work. But Joey, thanks for joining us. Thanks for having us.
This is about the second time we've done this here in the last couple of weeks, isn't it?
Yeah.
So tell me about this. Last night went off pretty well without a hitch. I saw you run up and down the track. I bet you had at least 10,000 steps going between the start line and the finish line last night. But it seemed like everything went smooth on y'all's end and everything's ready to go for tonight.
Yeah, no, last night was great. We had a hell of a lot of pullers. Everybody always jokes about when I put a pull on, they're like, dude, you run all over the place. I'm like, yeah, I keep my phone in my pocket. And when I look at the end of the night, it's like 25,000 steps or something like that. So, but no, overall, everything was good last night. Hopefully we can repeat it tonight. I'm working on building the track right now. The relationship I have with Mike and Amanda is great. Every time I come here, Mike's like, dude, you go build the track, do what you got to do, and put on a hell of a show.
So walk people through that, what it takes. Last night, we left about 1:30 in the morning. I assume you put eyes on the track and thought, okay, this is what I'm going to need to do tomorrow based on it. You're also someone probably who has to check the weather all the time because a hot, sunny day versus a cloudy day is going to change what you do out there.
Yeah, so last night, I mean, track was great. All the pullers, we talked to a lot of pullers between me and Mike and Amanda, had great feedback, all the way they all responded. They're like, dude, this is one of the best tracks we pull on all year. So taking that feedback, it's like, okay, how can we make it better tomorrow or the exact same? It's hard for a 2-day to make it the same as the night before when they're like, dude, this was awesome. They had farm tractor pulling here this morning. So with farm tractor pulling, it made the dirt a little hard. So right now I'm working up, trying to add more water to it. Hopefully we can repeat what we did last night. There's a whole process behind it. People think it's easy to build a track, but it's not. But I love doing it because it makes you think a little bit.
Well, after the track prep's done, when the show starts tonight, too, talked about the steps you're taking. What are you doing? You're obviously keeping eyes on the sleds, on the competitors. Talk a little bit about your agenda throughout the evening.
Yeah, so all night long I got great help. I can't thank them enough because from being back in the pits with teching and the scales and helping run the show, they help make it a lot easier for me, but I like to be in the action all the time, so I'm there at the start line, making sure everybody's moving, we're keeping the show moving. If there's an issue, okay, hey, if we got to move you, we'll bring somebody else up. I'm running up and down the track trying to communicate with the sled guys, hey, great setting, let's keep it. Hey, do we got to change anything? I'll communicate with the pullers back in the back. Hey, what are you guys looking for? What do we need to do? Stuff like that. So, I mean, the pullers are a big help. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be about between me being a promoter, keeping it fair and honest for everybody, but working with the pullers to give a good show for them and the fans.
Yeah, I don't think we had a single sled reset last night either, did we?
No, and the crew with Josh Morgan and Track Boss, I mean, they did a hell of a job. This is the second time I used them. Easy to work with, great sleds, all that. I mean, we had speed, we had distance. Everybody loved it.
Yeah, the speed was something that really jumped out to me last night. I think we had one 36-mile-an-hour pass, but we pretty well kept everybody in that upper 30s, it seemed like, because we have plenty of room. You know, I think the winning distance last night in Light Pro was like 385 or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, you started out with Hot Farm. They were doing low 30s. I think every class last night was low 30s. I know Colin had the fastest speed of almost 37 mile an hour. So, I mean, it's just everybody likes to see that type of stuff. That's why everybody's like, oh, damn, we got to go see that.
Yeah, exactly. And, I mean, that's just, to the common fan that's watching this, 36 mile an hour isn't fast to them because they know what 36 mile an hour feels like in a car. We're hauling 20,000 pounds at least behind us whenever we're going down the track. That coming from a driver's perspective, it's different. It's a different 36.
Yeah, and especially for riding in the sled. I've rode in the sled sometimes for that, and it's like dude, you don't feel like you're 36. You feel like you're doing like 100.
Right.
Yeah, it's just the amount of G's and the force and everything going down through there. But you've got to get back to track work to get this thing prepped, back ready to go. How much more time have you got to do what you've got to do, and what are you going to do?
So what? It's 3:30 now, so we want to try to have the track done by 4. Probably going to go chisel the water in a little bit here, and then see if we need to add any more. And then I'll disc it, look at it, and if we're good to go, we'll start packing it in, and hopefully we can get started on time.
All right, Joey. Thanks again, brother.
Thank you, Joey.
Thanks for everything y'all do for us.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So now everyone here who's listening to us on the house PA can see what he's doing. He just sort of walked them through his process over the next hour.
Exactly. Got to give a big shout out to the entire media team there, because we're not the only two here. We've got guys from New York here. There's another friend of mine from Kentucky here. Ohio's here. I can't remember. I think there was another one from local PA here. But the amount of coverage that this event has garnered, and like they said, in just 4 years.
Well,
It's incredible.
And as we talk to people, you've kind of probably got a sense of how many people it takes. You know, it's not just, it's an idea that Mike and Amanda had during COVID year, when obviously people were wanting to get out, do something, kind of get their truck and tractor pull fix. And it's grown from there to include, I mean, Pull-Off Productions, I mean, top quality production team putting this on, and then the track prep, and you talk about getting the food vendors lined up, you know, getting the parking, the workers, all these great volunteers who are helping everybody park out here. It is quite the entertaining, and it all goes to Make-A-Wish. So all the money, you know, the ticket price to get in, there's basket raffles. We saw people last night, they just come up to the announcer, to Denver and Steve, and say, here's $100, here's $250. It was so gracious, so nice. I know everybody's here because they love truck and tractor pulling, but I think even more than that, they love to help kids. And to be able to see the smile on that young man, as you talked that story last night. If you're just joining us, talk a little bit about what that was, Shane.
Yeah,
wish
so
coming true.
of course we're here at the benefit for the Make-A-Wish with Pennsylvania, and I think it's part of West Virginia, maybe into Virginia if I'm not mistaken. We had a 2.6 puller. The kid, his wish was to go down the pulling track.
That's so cool.
So the driver, he went and did all the groundwork, got the helmets, put seats in there like you'd have in a normal vehicle, put the harness in for him. They had 2 attempts. He didn't like the first one. I think he kind of did the first one just kind of give him an idea of what was going to happen, which I don't blame him. But they made a fantastic pass down there to start off the night last night. It was so cool. The kiddo loved it, and I mean, that's what it's all about to kids.
That is awesome. We have a sponsor list. We talk about the people it takes to put this on.
Yeah.
So, and I know that all night tonight you'll hear these names because Denver and Steve will be talking about them. But again, it's a ton of these are repeat sponsors too. ChemStream, I'll just kind of list a few off if you want to jump in. Sheets actually has a vendor truck here, and they're able to sample their new canned coffee, I guess it is. Like
So
a
explain to
coffee
me what Sheets is. I've never heard of it.
Oh, okay. So
it's not
Sheetz-
a Southern thing.
Oh, okay. So Sheets is a gas station, a convenience store, and it is big here in Pennsylvania. Everybody goes to Sheets. You don't just go to Sheets for your gas. You go to Sheets to fuel up your body as well.
Okay.
They have something called MTO, and that is what it is. It's just the letters MTO, made to order. So you go in, there's a kiosk, you order your sandwiches, your milkshakes. So I was at the Sheets in Patton. I think there's one near Cambria Heights High School. Is that Patton?
I've passed at least 2 or 3 since I've been
I
here.
was there this morning to get 6 coffees, some breakfast sandwich. Not all for me.
I was gonna say, whoa.
Yeah. Oh, the Freak is
Oh,
here.
the
So
Freak.
talking about Sheets. Now this is awesome.
So now,
Come on in.
You're
You-
going to
you did
explain all
last
this to
year,
me. I have no idea what in the world's going on.
How are you?
We don't have Sheets down in Kentucky at all.
Okay.
So just kind of tell everybody about your product.
Well, Sheets is a major convenience store in the Pennsylvania area. We specialize in made to order, as I heard explained earlier.
I don't
Very
know
good
if
job.
I did it justice.
No,
but
it's
yeah.
great. You can go in, you can get a multitude of food items,
Yep.
personally customized. We have fantastically clean bathrooms, a very important thing for
So
any
you
gas
pride
station.
yourself. That is something that is on your calling card.
Absolutely.
You just talked about the MTOs, and you followed that up with clean bathrooms. That's up there high on the list.
Well, if you're traveling, oh yeah,
But
yeah.
the button in the bathroom. How often are you in the bathroom at Sheets?
I use Sheets all the time.
See, we see. That's what I'm saying. If you're on the road,
If it's like a smiley face, average.
So we're getting a play-by-play of the bathrooms
exactly
at Sheets.
the bathroom experience.
Listen.
Yeah. If you're traveling around the country, traveling around the states in our 7-state footprint, it's very important, you know, that if you need to use the restroom, that it's clean, and you can find that at Sheets.
Okay, so 7 states. Tell us again. We know it here in Pennsylvania. Not in Kentucky yet.
Sorry,
I say yet.
we're not in Kentucky yet. We are far south as North Carolina, and moving up, we go into West Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and we just opened up a store this year in Michigan.
Okay. Okay. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing here, why you're involved. Obviously, thank you for your sponsorship of this event. But you're here to meet and greet a little bit and hand out some product.
That's correct. Well, Mike does a lot of work for Sheets. We rely on him a lot for a lot of recovery. We met with him a few weeks ago and realized that there was a great opportunity here for us to give back. And Mike and Amanda put on such an amazing show, as everyone can see. So we're happy to be a part of it, happy to help, and happy to be here.
And you had some coffees. Tell me about the new coffee that you're
the Sheets
out.
Bros coffee.
The Sheets Bros
we're,
coffee.
We're almost running out, so I think there might be 3 cans left. I see some people over there right now, so they might be at 0 now. But we have I think around 7 different flavors. They're pretty good. I'd highly recommend stopping in. Pretty affordable, and you can find them in our cooler section in all of our stores.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, thank you, Freak, for coming
man,
over.
thank you very much.
And is that officially, that is your name? You just like to be, is it Mr. Freak, not
Thanks,
the
bud.
Freak?
I might
Mr.
just stop
Freak.
by one before I go home tomorrow. I think that's what I'm going to have to do.
We'll get you a little MTO coupon too, so the first one's on us.
All right. Sweet, man. Thanks.
Awesome.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
It was, I think, $99. That's how much MTOs. So that's what I bought this morning. That was coffee too, though, Freak. It was coffee and MTOs. That's pretty,
People are starting to file in. You know, we start to see people. We've got tents starting. We've already got all of our lawn chairs out here.
Yeah, if you're coming out, what you need to bring. So you need lawn chairs, camp chairs. They're going to have, Mike and Amanda have these great fire pits. I don't know if you can see that behind me.
I don't know if you can zoom in on that on our side enough to be able to tell what it is.
But they'll have those going tonight. I think there's 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
And they were still going late into the night. It got a little chilly, but it's still, I mean, it's hard to think that because right now it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But not enough to deter you coming out for sure.
I think we'd be remiss if we didn't mention what else setting the attendance record here for Friday night.
Friday night, that's right. That's what Amanda said. So this is a 2-day show, last night and tonight. And we love seeing people come in right now.
Yeah.
But it was their highest attended Friday night. That is awesome.
Just speaks to the how this event's growing, that's for sure.
Yeah. Some more sponsors. I know that was nice of Freak to come over, but Smith Propane and Oil, BCO. If you're listening and you're in the central Pennsylvania area, you probably know a lot of these businesses. Sheehan Precision Machining. Hey, if I yell out your company, if you're here because you're with one of these sponsors, go ahead and shout it out too. As a kid, I thought I got one. I thought someone was listening to me, but it was a child scream. That's what's cool about the family feel of this event. Kids can run around. They can have fun. You mentioned the pedal pull. Families can watch together. They can spread out. The band that was here last night was awesome.
Yeah, they were playing some ones I knew, and I was like, okay. So we are still home.
I know. Oh, absolutely. Steve. Bring.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to get him? So we're talking about our house announcers. They're working the PA. And when you have 6 classes, there is no break for these guys. Because Pull-Off Productions does such a good job of running a tight show. Come on in here in the middle, Steve.
Yeah, I get used to the camera.
There's not a lot of break for Steve and Denver at all. Denver's up in the booth. Steve will pop up there. You'll be down here, do a little bit of everything. So tell us a little bit about your background here with Mike and Amanda.
Well, it's, wow. It's pretty emotional. We come out here every year. We've been here for several years since Mike and Amanda started having the polls. We do Friday and Saturday night. It's this. I mean, it really is. It's for the kids. Sorry, I get tore up to my kids. But the Make-A-Wish poll, it's amazing. You come out here, you know, we get to do the things. Last night with Brian, that was the first time in the years that I've been announcing that's ever happened. And Denver said no thank you. It's a wonderful thing. It really, really is. My partner Denver, we've been out here together for a number of years. We won't do it, you know, we're a team. We work together. We pull off the crowd. Like you said last night, a great attendance. Was 1,063 people. Mike and Mandy, we went from announcing in that building the Shirt Shack, which sat over here years ago, and now they've moved it up. You know, we got our great big nice tower. You guys are up there working as well. And come here, Denver. Get in here with me, buddy. But it's just, this is a family pull. It's one of them things that it's a great big family event, and that's what we are. We're a big family.
Well, yes, we are, Steve. Steve and I, like I said, we've been going around. We've been announcing together for way too long. Well, a lot of years, a lot of years, and his family and our family have just grown together tight as a family, as well as the Weakland family here. It's just we've seen the little ones, and we've seen them grow up and graduate and go on to college, and we've seen a lot of good things happen. And like Steve said, I'm recovering that, but when we started here, this was just a small little track that was built for the girls' little garden tractors. And now look at it, what it's become. It's just so great. It's so great to have you folks here as well, Full Pull, as well, because it really keeps it going to more audience, and just the audiences that are out there now that are really picking up on what you folks are doing now across the world, and how many that you have going on, how many features you guys have going on every day and every weekend. And now it's just amazing. It's just blowing up the sport of truck and tractor pulling, where a lot of people that lived in town that may only live like 2-3 miles away from here said, I don't know what they do over there, but man, it sure is noisy. They don't know the first thing about truck and tractor pulling. So it's really, really a good thing.
Yeah, they're going to have to make sure they certainly come tonight, because, you know, we're winding down pretty close. It's already 3:45. We start at 5 p.m. tonight. Kind of before we let you guys go as well, a little personal note for me. You guys did a phenomenal job announcing last night. I remember as a kid, about 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, you guys being in Bowling Green, Ohio. And now I've actually grown up to have the opportunity to announce pulls at home to you guys. Listen all the time was a huge inspiration for that too. So thank you guys for everything that y'all do for sure.
Well, I tell you what, it's a great thing. You know, you go, like you said, you sit back and you watch it throughout the years. And Mike and Mandy's kids are going to do the same thing. And we have people that when we come here every year, they're like, hey, guys, welcome back. You know, it's you know, we go to a lot of places throughout the summer, but this place is totally different. And I don't know if you look, pay attention last night. A lot of places you leave, there's trash everywhere after a pull. There wasn't 5 things laying on the ground when we left here last night.
It is absolutely phenomenal. Everybody kind of takes care of the facility. You know, that's one of the big things that they have here. But you guys said you've been here from the beginning. What was the first show? Like, what organization was here for the first one? I had no idea.
Very, very thin. You know, yeah, we were in the Shirt Shack again. It used to be right here, and that's where we announced from. Not a lot of pullers were here. Been several different promoters in here. Joey, I have to pat Joey on the back. I'm sure Denver will too. That young man has got it going on. It's great to work with Joey. It's great to work with Mike and Mandy and their whole family. It's just, it has grown so much. And to see the pullers that we have here this year that have never been here before, the caliber of pullers that have never been here before. You know, the guys that come in from Canada, 14-hour ride.
It's crazy.
So, yeah.
And Steve, I might add that this is the caliber of pullers that are nationwide. These are the caliber of pullers that you'll see at the National Tractor Pulling Championships in Bowling Green. And all over, some of the best pulls there are anywhere and everywhere. This is the caliber of pullers that are going, hey, this is the place to go, because they get treated so well. And in yesterday's meeting, in yesterday's drivers meeting, nobody had a sour word at all. Everybody clapped for Mike and Manny a couple, 3 times, because they just really appreciate what they do.
Well, I just want to say one last thing. Full Pull Line, thank you guys. Motorsport Almanac, thank you guys for being out here with us, and we hope you have a great evening.
Well, thank you. And you guys, you know they're true announcers because they took the microphone from me.
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
of a sudden, I was without my favorite accessory, and I said, well, these guys are perfect. It's okay. I should have used it as a bathroom break. Hey, that's my hard-hitting question. You guys are doing 6 classes. Do we have 6 classes tonight?
Yes.
6 or 7, yeah.
How do you take a bathroom break, Denver? I hear your voice the whole time. Are you calling these tractor pulls from that porta-john right there?
Yes, I do sometimes. Yeah, if I have to, whatever it takes.
You're all over the place. You're up, down, everywhere.
Well, and that's why I get the chance. I get to go to the bathroom before I go over there and announce the winners, so it works out for me.
Those are the hard-hitting questions, right, that everyone wants to know. Thank you guys so much. I know it's a long night, but it's a special night.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Denver and Steve, you hear their voices tonight. And also, if you're here tonight, you guys got a lot of donations just handed to you.
A lot. We've had $200 already $200 already, ladies and gentlemen, from Bull Snot today. So, that's just a start. He said, I'll be back later. But people have handed us money all day yesterday, all night, and we'll do it again tonight.
Yep. What's the Make-A-Wish goal this time? I never heard the exact figure.
Last year we were like, I can't remember if it was 24 or 26,000. We'd like to go over that, but we were at $6,000 before we ever started the poll last night.
Oh, my word.
So
Okay.
we had already granted one wish.
Yeah.
That's what, yep, Denver said, as many wishes as we can. That's the goal. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. Have a good night tonight.
And if you see the class order before we do, go ahead and run it down.
Yeah, just go ahead and drop it for us.
Thank you. Steve and Denver, yeah, they do such a great job. And they talked about, they're a family as well. They said they always announce together. And you said you have memories of them announcing at Bowling Green?
Absolutely. I remember the first year I went to Bowling Green. I think it was Mr. Butch Krieger, Mr. Harold Walser, them, I think Greg Fox, and then, the gentleman, I can't remember his name.
You can remember
Ragged
that.
Old Flag.
So that's a memory for you when you were 8 or 9 years old. And that's what's happening here tonight. There's these little kids running around. This is going to be their memories. They're going to remember going to this event with their family. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see. And then, of course, be remiss didn't mention you two watching NASCAR all these years, and now here we are, I don't know how many years later.
I know. Well, you were probably 8 or 9 then, too, Shane, because you're a little bit younger than me. So a little bit, too. Tell us a little bit. So Motorsports Almanac, you're out here promoting, doing some things to build truck and tractor pulling. You're a truck and tractor puller yourself, a tractor puller. Tell us a little bit about your
Yes,
background.
ma'am. So Hunt Motorsports back down in southwestern Kentucky, about as far south and as west as you can go. We're only an hour away from Nashville, Tennessee, but brother has a super stock diesel. I run Super Farm, and I just really enjoy pulling and want to grow pulling that much. And, that's kind of been the common theme amongst all the media guys. We just want to get bigger where it should be. And me and my partners, Wyatt Schulte, Zach Howell, Jonathan Powell, all back home, they've really helped out with us. I don't think we've ever missed an episode. Of course, we have our setup to do bi-weekly. So just in case we get into kind of that winter season, there's something. If there's not something going on, it gives us a week to be like, okay, so here's what we got to talk about and go into.
It never ends. I know, and that's the goal of Full Pull Live as well. I mean, streaming in 4 different places tonight? Is that right?
I
4
think
different
4.
states, 4 different places, including here in central Pennsylvania. And, for a lot of people, like you said, they think, okay, summer's over, tractor pulling's over. Not at all. And I love what Colin said. He comes out here because he loves Mike and Amanda, loves the cause, but also it gives him a chance to try some new things with his tractor as well. So
it sounds like we have the pull order, too. So we're going to start with our youth class. So that's actually going to be like younger kids, like I think 14, 15 maybe is the age restriction there.
And Amanda talked about the importance of growing the sport. So again, if you're a 14 or 15-year-old, you've been tractor pulling with your dad or your grandpa, your grandma even, you want to come out here and get a shot yourself, be in the spotlight.
26 Pro Street, they'll be the class Miss Amanda runs in. They kind of flip them up since they ran late last night. Modified 4x4, Light Pro 4-1 Limited Pros. That was a lot of fun. That was probably my favorite class last night because.
Which was your favorite? I'm sorry.
Light Limited Pros. That's a Light Pro 4-1 combo.
And you said because so for a lot of people, we might know them here in Central PA, but not necessarily in Kentucky. Would you see that?
Yeah, exactly. So whenever I'm on the wintertime announcing, I see a lot of these guys, but it's different seeing them outdoors, seeing the smoke blow outside, and see what they can do outdoors as opposed to indoors.
So that's our 3rd class tonight?
Yep.
Okay.
And then we're going to go into 3.0 Limited Pro Trucks, which they were towards the tail end last night as well. That Pro Stock, Super Stock combo, that was so much fun to see if Colin can edge out Chance McGrath again tonight.
That's going to be a big one.
Yeah, it will. Super Stock 4x4, Run What You Brung. That was the class last night where they have the cut tires and everything. And then the couple of blower trucks sitting out there. There's some sweet looking rides.
I think 22 or 25 trucks.
Yeah, there was. And I think we've had a couple more pull in today.
Okay.
So that's going to be another one. Then we're going to round out the night with my class, Super Farm. Super Farms are running dead last.
They're rounding out the night, huh?
They are.
So that's, okay, so my experience with Super Farm, when it's the last class of the night, that's when I'm riding home at 2 in the morning after helping load the tractor.
Yep.
That's where we come from is Super Farm.
That's how me and Phil know each other,
That's
really.
Awesome.
So
that's very cool.
It's fantastic.
I know that's one of the most important pieces of information, so we'll get that out on Full Pull on the social media as well,
Phil,
that
get back
class
in
order.
here. We're in your
Speaking
home area. We're in your home area. Come on.
Speaking of Full Pull Live, I know as PK comes back in here, there's a lot of things planned, you said. Full Pull Live has some special things planned for the fall, even. Here we are in October.
Yeah, I'm not
Take the mic.
I'm not supposed to talk about it, but Full Pull has exciting announcements.
Well, wait, don't talk about it then. Do it. Just do it. Do it.
I'll give you the hot mic breaking news, if you will.
So we have some podcasts as well as your podcast, but we're looking to unify a bit of the sport, right? Like we have a platform and great exposure that
I think your mic tings a little bit because I talk. Your voice is better than mine and your mic. I do a technical side of it. Sorry to get distracted. It's like a squirrel.
This is like research. This is like job quality control right here.
Yeah, a little bit. So we have some exciting things coming up that we're putting into works. We have things coming up for the spring. So there's going to be polling throughout the year, and there's some winter events. You participate in winter events. The Louisville event that we just heard Colin talk about earlier. You know, there's tons of polling that you guys could take in as you sit in the stands here, and the poolers down in the pit area that they're going to be participating in. But there's some exciting announcements coming up. I know the Motorsports Almanac has things coming out, and as well as podcasts and enhancements to the sport. And then as you look across the track, guys, tonight, as you sit in these stands, there's a ton of content creators here that if you stay in tune, you get into an algorithm where you can learn what's going on in the sport. And it's not just the tractor from one end to the other. It's the engineering behind it. It's the stories behind it, the people, the personalities behind it. There's a lot here to follow when you start to actually invest yourself in the sport. I think as Full Pool Live is where, you know, I'm a contractor there and I enjoy the work and expand the sport's footprint. Shane and I are working in conjunction together, and then other groups that we want to work in conjunction with too, to it's going to sound a little weird, but hold hands across the sport.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's the only way you can describe it too. And, you know, that was something that you and I really talked about before we came out here. Was like, look, this place deserves what we're doing right now. Oh, yeah. You know, if they weren't going to do it somewhere, I said we need to take it and let's run with it, because this event, I don't think you can do what we're doing right now really anywhere else. I know we've got Elizabethtown going on tonight, Crossville, Tennessee,
Elizabethtown, Kentucky, and Boonville, North Carolina.
So,
in addition to here in Central PA.
So that one at Elizabethtown, that's actually 2.5 hours away from my house. We've been there the last couple of years. Yeah.
Came east of the Mississippi.
Yeah, it's weird. We were driving down through here earlier, and all of a sudden, I'm on a road where I can look up and I can actually see like a mountain. I'm like, okay, so this is different.
We are actually in the mountain range where you climb a mountain, you feel like you're dropping back down the other side, but you're not. You're just in the valley of peaks. Kaya, who is running our technical side tonight in the backside stage, she is from Nebraska, and literally she just pins her eyes out the windows of like, holy cow, that we're gonna go up that? Yeah, we are. We're gonna go up and across the top and across the bottom. But if you're within range of what you're watching on social media now, it's Chamber of Commerce weather, and I use that line a lot because it sends the message of there's plenty of space, plenty of seats, plenty of vendors, plenty of action tonight. And so, like, she kept talking about how late we went, but that's not the gist of it. The gist is there's so many classes here that you could come a little bit later. You don't have to be here at 5 o'clock when we start. Your class might be at 7 p.m. Your class might be at 8. Swing through with your friends. What's your class? Grab a Sheets MTO and grab a T-shirt from the guys down at the end. There's gift and raffle baskets. There's a duck purchase that little Miss Weakland is doing that sells ducks for charity, and I don't understand it. Maybe we'll get her on the show a little bit later tonight. But there's a lot to take in. So if you're watching on social media and you're debating what to do on a Saturday night, the camaraderie here is second to none.
Yeah. And running late is a good thing. You're getting your value. Yeah. No, but you're getting your. Wait, we're late. We talked too much.
Yeah.
No.
But I do like what you said. If you are, our goal is for you to come out to this event, come out to a truck and tractor pull, take in the experience. If you can't make it, if it's too far, like Louisville would be for us, maybe not for you. He's probably going. I'll be home. I'm going to watch it on Full Pull Live. Yeah. So you have options all around.
So we got to talk about one more thing, just as kind of a funny part.
This feels like a setup.
It does. So that's why I'm not.
Super Farms are running last. When do we ever get to do that anywhere else?
Nowhere. There's the whole idea of track building, as Joey would probably get into, and Steve and those guys with the little tire, big tire, who sets the track in for the best performance and power and action down to the track. Super Farm, and we always look at things as like the marquee item is later in the class, later in the night. Mm-hmm. Super Farm tends to set the track in because we're big tire and we take torque and put power to the ground and don't cause a lot of friction across the surface, actually pack it in. So tonight, I'm going to pretend like the Super Farm class, Super Farm, is the marquee class of the night.
You're like the headliner. Yeah. The headliner.
I mean, I wouldn't hook against Colin or Chance.
No. I wouldn't want to go against him either.
No, but I mean, I feel like Super Farm has got great notoriety. The class, and we've added, as truck and tractor pulling goes from the farm stock, which was here this morning, to Tough Farm, to Hot Farm, Pro Farm. Oh, I've lost track. But there's so many classes now that you pick and choose. You and I are Super Farm pullers because it's the superest. And we're going to make a T-shirt that says that, Motorsports Almanac, the superest of Super Farms.
Absolutely. But you said we're run over on time already, right?
So we're going to wrap things up? Okay. So obviously a lot going on. I
Yeah.
mean, the gist is, if you've been watching us for the last hour, there is a lot going on. It's going to be a great night of truck and tractor pulling, but also of making kids' wishes come true.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a huge part of it. So
Drivers meeting at 4.
Four.
4 o'clock is right now. That's right now.
Yeah,
So the
like-
drivers meeting is now. If you're not there, you're late. Get
Yeah.
there now. Okay, head to the drivers meeting. Anybody who can hear our voices. If you're pulling a truck or tractor tonight, get to the drivers meeting. It's happening right now, 4 o'clock.
driver intro is at 4:30 as well. So if you
Okay.
guys aren't here for that, you guys are going to figure out who's driving what, put a name with the face of the truck too. So
It was fun doing this with you, Shane. This is
yeah,
great.
this
What
is a
a-
lot of fun for me too. It's awesome.
Well, we're excited for you to be watching on Full Pull Live, to be here in person, and it's just going to be an awesome night. We can't wait to make kids' wishes come true.
Yeah.
That's what it's all
Thank
about.
you to everybody for tuning into this. It is a party out here in Chess Springs, Pennsylvania. We cannot stress that enough. It's going to be a great night. We cannot wait to get this show on the road. Miss Krista, you're going to be running around doing interviews again tonight. I'm going to be down here doing who knows what. You know, I was all over the place last night. So thanks again, everybody, for tuning in, and we will see you guys down the road.
Are they off? Hold. And shut off your mics, and you're off.
All right.
Mics up here to the booth,
job,
please.
guys. We're going to steal these from you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Done a great job. Thank you, dear.
Absolutely. I'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Steve. You're going to get your music?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, where does this go? Oh, is this one theirs? They might need this back.
I am running dry. I did not drink
That was easy with our headsets and stuff. So thank you.
Is this Steve's?
the word is vamp, or I can do this. Stretch, vamp. And what I was
Can we
trying to
disconnect?
provoke out of you.
Yeah, we'll,
All right, competitors, drivers meeting at 4 o'clock, guys and gals. Sorry, you got just a couple minutes to get down there. Drivers meeting at 4 o'clock. Please head that way. All competitors here tonight, drivers meeting at the starting line scales. Drivers meeting at 4 o'clock. Please head that way. Driver introduction at 4:30 on the track. Single file driver.